This month marks the 20th anniversary of first meeting the super talented whackpacker Sour Shoes. I don't need to go into the whole history of Sour Shoes, but the dude sings, he plays piano, but more importantly, he does amazing impressions. I've made overtures over the years to hire him, to actually pay him and to, be part of the show, but you can't. He doesn't want to be on a schedule. But as talented as Sour Shoes is, he can become eccentric maybe, and disappear for months on end and sometimes even years. And it's been years. We last saw Sour Shoes in person when he was at our studio the week the COVID outbreak hit New York in March 2020.
Wow.
You're talking 3 years ago. We heard from him again in August of 2020 when he zoomed into the show from his parents' pool with his keyboard on a pool float. And as usual, Sour was difficult to control.
Got the whole keyboard on a pool
Look
float.
at that floating keyboard.
Right.
Anyway, he's a difficult guy to work with. So after that appearance, Sour basically cut off all communication with us. Derek, you call him all the time, right?
I do. I can actually show you right now what it's like to call him. I have 3 different phone numbers for him, and they're all blocked, and there's just this message that comes back immediately that says, the party you're trying to reach is,
You are trying to reach is not accepting calls at this time.
So he's been claiming for the past 3 years that the trees have fallen down and knocked out the phone lines at his house. Like somehow the phone company hasn't come for 3 years. So.
Wow. Well, let me give the exciting update. Now Sour has reemerged. Last month, he left our producer, Derek, a message for the first time in more than a year.
Hello? Howard? It's Howard. How are you? Howard? Howard, is that you? I don't like this new attitude of yours. I miss you.
I miss you, man.
Have you been all right? Quack, quack. Through all those lonely. I'd tell you everything. If I could fix the telephone.
There it is, an exclusive.
Yeah. So these weren't voice mails. These were voice memos that I was getting texted to me from a cell phone I didn't recognize.
So in other words, his reappearance is as mysterious as his disappearance. I mean, nothing is clear.
Exactly.
Let me play some exclusive tape. We asked Sour why we haven't been able to reach him on his house phone, and Sour answered the question as former Howard 101 sports host Scotty Farrell.
I know. It's so bizarre with all trees and windstorms that we have. I mean, I'm just reduced now to this track phone. I mean, the connection is just piss poor. I mean, I'm so starving for some good, it's like I'm ready to eat the ass out of a donkey. Sure. How can it be anything me?
Did that clear it up for you? Now you know. There it is. Sour, we learned, has also held down a variety of part-time jobs. We asked if he's working these days. He gave his answer as Richard Simmons. So,
Yes, I am. I would say 9 hours a week at McDonald's. A lot of excitement, lots of fun, lots of fanfare. Roughly 9 more hours with my direct care group. We do a few activities closer to home now. Do lots of exercise. We move, groove, and lose.
well, I try to harness that energy for our show, but he was not having it. He's one of those guys you can't direct.
But he can't direct himself either.
No.
He has never made it a day.
And when he would come into the studio and we were in charge of him for a day or 3 days, it's like trying to lasso a tornado. I mean, because he does show up, but I miss him.
His insanity is what makes him great, and yet his insanity is what holds him back.
I got to get in my car this summer and just drive up there and see what's happening up at the house.
It's weird. Like, as I was doing this update, he's called in twice, and then as soon as the clip stops playing and I go to pick up the phone, he hangs up.
Howard,
It's
4
weird.
times. Twice that you saw. So at the last point, we had the call screener just talking to him, trying to hold him to the last clip. But he's been on the phone 4 times, and then he gets disconnected, whatever the fuck that means.
It's like one of those kidnapping movies where they need to hold the line for a little while so they can trace
That's
the call.
right.
We just need to keep him a little bit longer.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is great. I'll finish playing this clip and then I'll pick up on the real Sour Shoes. And then he hangs up.
Sour, if you're listening, we would love to talk to you. We love you. We miss you.
There you go, pal. All right. Well, there's your update. I think it's a pretty thorough update. You learned
Always
nothing.
interesting to
Yeah.
find out where Sour Shoes is in his evolution.
And where he is in his evolution is exactly where he was like 25 years
where
ago.
we left him, yeah.
Right where we left him. Nothing changed, and we know very little about it.